We are your hosts. I am Zhi Yu.
I'm Xin Hui.
I am year 4.
I'm year 2.
I'm from EEE.
And I'm also EEE.
Yeah! Go home club or no home club? What do you think today's topic is about, Xin Hui?
Something to do with commitments.
Commitments. Oh, yes, you are absolutely right. So today we'll be talking about how do we get a good GPA while juggling other commitments.
That sounds like a bonus.
Right. So let's just lay down. Let's just set on the ground. What is the meaning of commitments? So do you consider commitments to be NTU related or external related or both?
Both. I would say both.
Alright.
CCA is a commitment.
CCA is a commitment. Okay.
Relationship is a commitment.
Ooh. Alright. Okay. So may I ask what kind of commitments do you have in your life, Siwei?
Commitments, CCAs.
CCAs. Okay.
I have, when I was in freshman year, I have 7 CCAs.
7 CCAs.
7 CCAs with 17 AUs in year 1 semester 1 and second semester is 19 AUs. Wow.
Ouch.
Yes.
Alright, that doesn't sound pleasant. Wow.
It doesn't.
Wow. Okay, but other than school commitments, do you have any other commitments outside of school?
No, I don't. How about you, Zhi?
Okay, so for me, I have some school commitments, I also have some external commitments. So school commitments, I have EEE Club, EEE League, and peer tutoring.
I'm excited to hear about what's the external.
Oh, external one, there's nothing juicy about that, okay?
Oh, okay.
It's just I used to be a competitive sportsman in one of the sports that I play. Powerlifting. It used to be competitive until I injured my shoulder during a bouldering accident, but that's a story for another day. Yes, so feel like you juggle your commitments with your studies well or not?
I would say I don't, but I have to. Yes, push myself to it.
Okay.
Yes. Nike slogan, just do it.
Just do it, right? Well, that's easier said than done. I would
True.
like to believe. So for myself, I would feel that I'm juggling it quite well. But lately I have been having sleepless nights doing work, so that remains to be seen whether I'm juggling it well or not.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, spoiler alert, I'm not juggling it very well. Yes,
Same.
so
Do you manage your time well?
manage my time well. I like to believe that I do not procrastinate on my assignments.
Is that true?
But on deeper reflection on myself and over the past few nights, I would say that is absolutely not true. Wow, I need to improve on my procrastination skills. Improve? No, I need to tone down on my procrastination skills.
Improve your
No, I know if I improve it is pretty good right now, the procrastination skills. I need to tone it down a little bit, you know.
Same.
Right. So what about you? Do you think you manage your time quite well or not?
If you're my roommate, you know I'm just gonna be in bed, scrolling through my phone, Instagram, and all that.
That sounds
So, conclusion, I don't.
like... Okay, so what do you think is the reason behind these issues?
I think burnout is one.
Burnout, alright.
Lack of discipline.
Lack of discipline, alright.
And probably knowing you have so much work to do and you're running away from it.
Running away, avoidant. Okay.
How about you, Zhi?
For me, it's mainly the lack of discipline, like you said. Lack of discipline and the fear of doing something that's hard.
That is very true.
Yeah, think about it. If let's say I give you a tutorial that is very, very easy to do, and you can finish it.
I would just do it.
You just do it, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's say I give you a project that takes months to do it. You wouldn't do it, right?
Yes.
Right. So but that is something to be expected from university because as you climb the years, right,
Everything's gonna be harder.
it's gonna get harder, right? So I think that is why year 2 I was so gung-ho, you know. I was ready to destroy the assignments, destroy the tutorials. But now year 4, I'm getting destroyed by
the other way around.
Yeah, it's the other way. The circle of life, right? There's always a bigger predator, right? So yes, but another thing that I would feel that its problem is not understanding your commitments.
Yes.
Right.
Especially CCA commitments.
Yes.
Where you don't read the TNC,
Yes.
you're doomed.
Correct. So I have a friend. Okay, he is I would say struggling with his academics, but he still takes up so many other commitments.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it's like I tried to tell him that the way you're going about it is not sustainable. You're gonna crash very, very badly.
Climate change.
Right. Then he's like, no, I can handle it. But our previous experience have shown that he in fact cannot handle it.
Coming from all the evidence,
Right,
it's not there.
I have a list of receipts, like I have a list of Telegram chats.
This is worse. No.
Case study 1, case study 2, evidence A, evidence B. Right.
Yes.
So understanding commitment is important, I would say. Like as I said in the previous episode, right? If let's say that you're struggling with academics, right? You're not hitting your expectations. Or let's say, I want GPA 4.5, but then you're getting 3.5 instead. I don't think that's the perfect time for you to take up
a bunch of GPAs, 7 CCAs, no.
Right, I don't think that's the good time for you to take up so many commitments,
CCAs.
right?
If you want to take, you can take 1. That could help.
Right.
1 is good.
Right.
Don't take 7.
Right, or even like you can have multiples, but make sure that responsibility in those CCAs are less.
Not main comms.
Not main comm, it can be like subcomm,
members.
participant. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, but main comm is definitely a no-go if you're failing to meet your expectations.
Within your GPAs.
Right. So, do you have also apart from CCAs, right? Do you have any other commitments that kind of take up your precious time?
Actually, no.
No. So external or clear?
It's just CCAs,
CCAs?
academic.
So these two.
Between
parts.
that two.
I see.
Yes.
For myself, since I'm no longer competitive in my sport, right? It's kind of like becoming a lesser priority. So it's to the point where last time like when I was still competitive, right, I would prioritize it equally with my academics. Like if I study, but I know I'm training on that day, I need to go for training.
So it's like a student athlete life.
Yeah, but not officially recognized by NTU. I'm an athlete externally. Yeah, but after I got injured, I found out that my priorities have changed. Right, so now it's mainly CCA. Okay, no, academics is always first. CCAs, and then my sport. Yeah, correct. So over time, your priority changes, and that's normal. Do you feel like there's any point in time where your priorities have changed?
That was back then before uni. I was the same with you. Like, I was a student athlete as well. I'm a runner. Then I'm also a student that is highly expected by teachers. So balancing between that is very difficult.
Right. So this act of balance is it's quite of an important skill to have.
Yes.
Would you understand? Would you agree with me?
I would.
Right.
100%.
So do you ever feel like there's times where you kind of push your limits, but you push it a little too far?
And then you sort of break down?
Yeah.
That's true. Been there, done that.
You've been there, done that? Do you mind sharing it with us? The experience?
I think it was back then when I was a student athlete as well. I think it was during exam season, but that time is also a competition season.
Oh, wow.
So having to juggling between my A levels, GCSE, and competition-wise is tiring to the point I think I broke down midnight crying. Because next day I have 2 exams and at night I have a competition. So
man, that does not sound good. Well,
how about you, Jay?
For myself, I've never broken down doing academics, but I've been stressed to the point that I just gave up. And
That's it.
You know what? I had enough. I'm just gonna go sleep.
That's it.
And that's very rare. Cause when I set my mind to do something, right, I need to complete it. If not, I'll feel a piece of myself is missing.
Oh.
Right. But that's super rare. So I would consider that to be my form of breakdown, where I just completely give up and just go to sleep.
So your healing time is when sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping is nice. Then when I wake up, I'll be like, okay, let's tackle that problem
go and
again.
do it.
Yeah, but then it usually happens. It usually cycles. Because, well, burnout is one thing.
True.
Right. So
You physically and mentally burn out.
yeah,
Yes.
it's like you've been staring at a problem for like hours.
Especially EEE students.
Yeah.
Your problem is gonna be 2 to 3 hours.
Yes,
More than that.
correct. It's
Yeah.
like if you do not know how to solve it, there's no matter how long you stare at it,
It's not gonna happen.
it's not gonna come to you.
No magic is gonna
Right.
be there.
Right. So there has been times where that happened.
Mm.
So it is best. You ultimately you have to know yourself,
Yes.
right? You
Know your limits.
Yeah, correct. I mean, it's good to push your limits, but push it slowly.
Yes.
It's like
Stretch, don't break.
yeah, it's like it's like a rubber band. You know?
Yeah.
You slowly stretch it, it will elongate over time. But if one day you gag, it will break, confirm break, right? So you really have to know yourself. Yes. So why do you think procrastination happens?
I think is when you are you don't want to face that fear that you're facing right now. Let's say you have an assignment, but
Right,
that
right.
assignment is you know you can't do the assignment.
Right.
So you say, you know what? I'm gonna procrastinate.
Right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
How about you? What do you think about
procrastination is because when you say like someone is procrastinating, right? He'll be like, oh, it's not because I'm procrastinating, it's because I have no time. I have no time to do this.
That's
I'm
very
busy with this, I'm busy with that. But I beg to differ though, because every human in this world has 24 hours.
Yeah.
So probably there's something, it's like something what you said, like, oh, they are avoiding the elephant in the room. They see the assignment, oh my god, question 1, I'm not gonna do it.
Question 1.
Wow.
Wow. Look at question 2.
Right, correct.
Yes.
Or like even compare like lecture notes. Just look at the lecture notes. Start from the baby steps. Learn the concepts. Relearn the concepts and then redo the assignment. Sure, it will take like hours, but at least
You're actively recalling.
at least you take the completion process is like slowly increasing, right?
That's true.
Rather than letting it there. Right.
Ferment.
Ferment.
And then you're doing it last minute. You're
Correct.
not gonna have a good outcome.
Correct.
That's how I would say.
Speaking of last minute work, so procrastination, we all can agree, leads to last minute work.
Yes.
Do you think it's a goal or no goal?
It's a no-go,
Hmm.
actually.
Right. It's
Ideally, it's a no-go.
What about last minute work makes you think it's a no?
One, I think the quality of the work is
Quality.
gonna be bad.
Alright.
And 2, I think you're just putting yourself to extra stress that which leads you to think of like post-trauma.
Yes.
For the next time you're gonna procrastinate more.
Yeah,
And that's
correct.
gonna make it a cycle.
Correct.
Yes.
So it's usually like when professors give assignments, right? It is there for you to boost up your grades.
Yes.
Because there's no way you're gonna score for finals, right?
Especially it's like a take-home assignment. Take that 5%.
Yes, it's
Take that 5%.
It's there on a silver platter for you.
Yeah.
Right? It's usually doable. It's usually very, very easy.
And sometimes they give up to like 2 weeks
Yeah,
for you to do
correct,
it. Or
correct.
3 weeks sometimes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So assignments are really like given to you as a silver platter. So some people have like this misconception, oh, assignments are there to kill you. But I beg to
No.
differ.
I think finals are there to kill you.
Yeah, finals are there to kill you, I admit. But assignments are given to you on a silver platter for you to get that passing grade.
Get
Or
that
to-
40%.
Right. So procrastination, I feel you're not doing yourself justice.
True.
Right. Because you know you have the ability to do much more than that. But then because of time constraints, you restrict your ability to do a
Do the
better job.
particular work.
Right. So, right, procrastination, that's a no-go. So, but I heard from like my friends, right, they are all comparing their JC and poly days. They are like saying, oh, poly, before finals, I mark 12 hours before finals. I still managed to get A. How come I can't do it? How come I can't do the same for university? What are your thoughts on this?
I think as a person who come from like JC equivalent, I think it's because of the workload. The depth is different. I think the breadth is similar. I think the depth of knowledge is very different. You have a lot of commitments you need to do. I think lectures wise, the concept wise. But when you're in A levels, those equivalent have education, I think you have like more breadth than depth. So you don't really need to go in depth over a lot of things. For A levels people, right, you're studying a whole A level thing in like 1 year. But in uni, 1 semester is what you learn in 1 year for A levels.
Yes.
So I think that's what makes the difference. But I'm not sure for poly.
Poly, I would say our curricular structure is quite similar to university, except the one major difference is the depth of content. Poly is very surface level, but uni you go so much deeper. There's so much more things to know, memorize, and understand. So it's like what they all say, oh, in the first 3 weeks of uni, you have covered 1 semester worth of poly materials. So that's also one of the huge reasons why procrastination is not really a good thing. One other thing that I would feel determines on how you handle the act of juggling, right, is your expectations.
True.
You're right. So let's say someone have super high expectation.
Oh yes.
Right, they wouldn't take up that many CCAs, right?
100%.
Compared to like, oh, someone that's just here for the degree, they just want to pass, they would take up many other stuff.
Yes.
So I think expectations also play a role in the act of juggling. At least it determines how you juggle the thing. Right, would you agree with that?
I agree with that. I think like if you were to take up a lot of CCAs, you shouldn't think about having such an unrealistic expectation. Let's say 3.5 GPA to 5.0 GPA in one semester is definitely impossible. But let's say if your target is 3.5 to 5.0 within the 4 years degree, I think that's possible. Yes.
Right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
In uni, how do you balance your sanity? Because I know having to take 20 AUs and above is not sanity enough.
Right. So, one thing's for sure is that I do not leave my work to the last minute. So I try to always clear it like at least 2 days in advance. Back then when I was like packed with work. Right, because I don't know for myself, right, if I find out my schedule is super packed, I would conscientiously try to do clear things earlier. Right, I guess this is why in year 4 I'm starting to be more procrastinating. Because my schedule is super clear. I'm like, I can do that tomorrow.
Then you're done.
Right, so it's like I work very differently. Like if there's a lot of stress on me, I work very efficient. But to each their own, you know. Some people have different stress tolerance.
For me, it's slightly different because I would set a fake deadline. So the fake deadline is like, I would just be, hey, I would tell my friends to make the deadlines, let's say 5 days earlier, without me knowing when's the real deadline.
Right.
So I would think like, oh no, this is when it's gonna due.
Okay.
Then you know that particular thing you have not learned yet, so I will learn it earlier.
Right.
So when I submit, my friends would be like, hey, do you submit this assignment? What assignment?
Right.
So you actually have less stress on that.
So wrapping up today's conversation, right, what do you think our audience should take away from today's conversation?
I think learning how to manage your time.
Yes.
Don't procrastinate.
Yeah.
You can procrastinate during recess week.
Yes.
Don't during any of the other weeks.
Right.
Especially when it's near exam.
Right.
No.
Right.
And what about you?
I would say trust yourself. Like don't think that whatever preparation you did before like a huge quiz or final is not enough because you've done the best you could.
Yes.
So if you can look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, oh, you've done enough, I'm proud of you. That's all that matters.
And we are proud of you too.
Yes. So that concludes today's conversation.
Yeah.
So thank you all for tuning in.
And we'll see you in part 3.
See you.
EEE
Connect.
Inside!
Bro!
Bro is going on
I
Valentine's.
need to stop thinking about the Valentine's Day thing. Oh, sorry.
Valentine's.
Okay. No.